negative offset. Wheels are fastened to rims by wheel studs and lug nuts. Wheel studs and lug nuts are highly stressed by loads from the weight of the vehicle and the forces generated by its motion. Wheel studs and nuts are made from heat-treated high-grade alloy steel. The threads between the studs and the nuts are close-fitting and accurately sized. All wheel nuts must be tightened to the correct torque with the proper sequence. Otherwise, the wheel could break free from the hub. We don't want to kill anybody. Make sure you torque them. You must use the correct type of wheel retaining stud or nut, which include the tapered seat, and a type of lug nut that is tapered end towards the rim that helps to center the wheel on the wheel studs. The flat seat and washer, a type of lug nut that is flat where it bolts to the wheels and has a washer affixed that allows it to turn independent of the hex part of the lug nut. Toyotas likes to use these. Flat seat without washer, a type of lug nut that is flat where it bolts to the wheels. Sometimes they have washers on here as well. Chevys like these. After wheel assembly has been fitted, the wheel retaining nuts that hold the wheel into the vehicle are torqued to the manufacturer's specifications. Many shops require that the customer return and have the lug nuts torqued, rechecked within a few days or about 100 miles. If the nut stud is over tightened, then there is a good chance that stud will break due to overstressing, and fatigue fractures can occur. Most lug nuts and studs are right-handed threaded, which means they tighten when turned clockwise. However, some manufacturers use lug nuts and studs with left-hand threads on the right side, passenger side of the vehicle, and the right-hand lug nuts and studs on the left side, which is the driver's side of the vehicle. Manufacturers claim that the left-hand lug nuts are less likely to back off when used on the right side of the vehicle. Left-hand lug nuts can usually be identified by an L stamped on the end of the lug stud. The wheel center is the part of the wheel containing the holes for the lug studs. It usually has machined holes in the center, which accurately centers the wheel rim on the axle. In some cases, the fit of the centering hole is snug enough that it can rust in place and stick to the axle. This can require penetrating oil, a hammer, or even the heat from a torch to break it loose. The wheel center also provides the required offset from the center line of the wheel to the face of the mounting flange. The bolt pattern. The bolt pattern refers to the number and spacing of the lug nuts or wheel studs on the wheel hub on the wheel rim. As the studs are most often evenly spaced, the number of studs determines the pattern. Some smaller cars have 3 studs, some may have 4 studs, but most passenger cars have 5. Pickup trucks and large SUVs can have as many as 6, 8, or 10, 12, 14, 16, depends on how big it is. The exact number or pattern of studs vary depending on the vehicle's type and manufacturer's design.
Wheels are fastened to the hubs
Internet's like,
by wheel studs and nuts. They're highly stressed by loads from the weight of the vehicles and the forces generated by its motion, and they're made from heat-treated, high-grade alloy steel. The threads between the studs and nuts are close-fitting and accurately sized. All wheel nuts must be tightens to the correct torque. Otherwise, the wheel could break free from the hub.
Well, I think that was short and sweet because their internet was like, eh. Alright, let's take a break. Go 10 minutes and we'll be back in classroom.